Hello Walking Dead fanboys and fangirls. I'm here today to do a video on how I think Rick is going to save Beth and Carol from the hospital that's located in Atlanta. For more Walking Dead videos, please feel free to subscribe right here for more Walking Dead related content. Okay, after this previous episode just aired, I see episode 7 kind of happening like this. I see Glenn going back through the woods, going back to Father Gabriel's church, getting Rick and telling Rick the truth about the cure, because as it got revealed in the previous episode, the cure thing was a lie. Eugene admitted it. Now Abraham, he has no goals. He has nothing that he feel he needs to accomplish. He's a lost soul. So now Glenn steps up. He takes that leadership role on, and he decides to go back to Father Gabriel's church. And once he get back, I predict that he will see Daryl and Noah telling Rick about what happened. Now, as I stated before, I already said all this in some of my other videos. I see Glenn telling Rick we have a fire truck and we can use it to get there. Now, the fire truck could possibly hold 5 people. Now, I know for a fact it can do 4, but if you take somebody and put them in the middle of the seat, or in the middle of the back seat between 2 people, in the middle of 2 people, you have enough to put 5 people. The rest of the group members are going to stay at Father Gabriel's church. He's going to leave Abraham there because Abraham is the second to command in my opinion. So leave Abraham at the church, but at least bring 5 people. And the reason why I say bring 5 people, because you have to make the number or the match even between Rick versus Dunn. Because at this point, I think exactly she only has 5 police officers left, because we lost 2 in the episode with Beth. We lost Officer Gorman and we lost a black officer. Now we only have 5 officers, including Dunn herself, so possibly 6. So let's kind of make the number even, because it wouldn't be fair if all of Rick group came to rescue Carol and Beth, because then they'd be outnumbered. So I see what the writers trying to do, but I see what the writers are trying to do when they're trying to make the numbers even between the group when they go at it once Rick arrives in Atlanta. So like I say, Dunn has like 5 police officers left. Probably 6 including herself. So probably make 6, but she definitely have 5. Now she have another police officer on the roof, and he's the sniper. He's the guy who he's the guy who stands on the roof and he snipes or he see people coming into the hospital. And he also has a sniper in his hand, as I just stated. Now, perfect idea. I think Rick should bring Sasha, because Sasha is a sniper herself. He can use Sasha to snipe the guy from off the roof. Because think about it. When you talk about a hospital, you talk about multiple parking lots. So when you talk about parking lots next to a hospital, you talk about how the parking lots are very tall, because they have multiple layers of parking lots where people can park their cars at. So the parking lot is tall. I mean, you have multiple layers like a building. So I can see Rick possibly putting Sasha on, making Sasha go, well, telling Sasha to go to the higher level of the parking lot. And he tells her, look, go to the higher floor of the parking lot, and you get in. Now once you get on the higher floor, or the very last floor they have to offer, get on top. Well, get in the parking lot, get your sniper, use your scope, and scope out the territory so we can know what we getting ourselves into. But at the same time, she can be used to possibly kill one of the police officers that's on top of the roof at the hospital where Beth and Carol is at. So she definitely could be used. Rick could definitely use her, because her sniping skills, her shooting skills, or her shot skills are amazing with that sniper. So I can definitely see her. I can definitely see Rick having her get on top. Get on top of a tall building and probably watch their back with the scope from the building. Or if something go wrong, kill some of the people that tries to attack him because Rick is not dumb. So I'm pretty sure he know that Dunn has a sniper on top of her roof. So I know it. So I can definitely see him having Sasha do that. Now, once they arrive, I can see Rick kind of talking to Dunn, because at this point, Dunn did mention about how people have to pay their debts for her and the rest of her group for saving them, so they have to pay their debts and then they can leave. Now, Rick don't necessarily shed blood unless he have to. So in this case, he might not have to shed blood at first. He might try to go in there with a decent conversation and try to talk to them. But then at the same time, Rick is a realist, so he know Dunn's ideologies, the way she thinks, is wrong, because there is no army. The government doesn't exist anymore. Rick even said this. So I can see him telling her that, but at the same time while he tells her this, she gets very angry at him, because remember, when Beth was talking to Dunn, she was telling Dunn that we are not going to get saved. None of that stuff, the army, none of that exists. We are not going to get saved. And Dunn gets very mad. And you can see that Dunn looks at Officer Hanson, her old partner. Well, she look at Officer Hanson's picture. Now, once you look at Officer Hanson's picture that's on the desk, she looked back at Beth and she beats Beth up. Now, I think Rick is going to remind her of Officer Hanson, because Officer Hanson, he was a realist too. He knew that the government and all this stuff wasn't going to save them. And that's another reason I think why Dunn didn't like Officer Hanson, because he was a realist. He knew what was going on. And Dunn, her ideologies, the way she think, was completely fool. She was completely crazy at that point, and she didn't like, and she's the type of person who don't like for somebody to question hope or give up on hope or feel like they're giving up on hope because they're questioning about is there a government and stuff. So she doesn't like that. So I think Rick is going to remind her of her old partner, Officer Hanson. So she's going to get mad, because I can see Rick telling her none of that exists. We just live our lives how we is government, and none of that exists. And she's going to get angry at Rick, and it's probably going to start a confrontation between the two. But I can definitely see Rick talking to them, because Rick knows where she comes from. He was once a man he was once a police officer, or at least thought police officer and enforcement still existed after the zombie apocalypse, because Rick used to have that black and white mind perspective in season 1. Officer Dunn still has that black and white mind perspective. So I can see Rick trying to talk to her first before he starts a war or starts some confrontation between his group and her police force. But yeah, I definitely see Rick saving them, though. I definitely see that happening. I definitely see Rick going there, saving them. But it's possible somebody might die. Might be Beth, might be Carol. And also to mention, Dunn likes to prey on the weak. She's going to get very angry. She's going to get very angry when she meets a group of people that's not weak. But also at the same time, these group of people are able to get into the hospital that they're living in. So it's definitely going to burn her up. Because like I say, she prey on the weak. Rick is not weak. They think Carol is weak. Carol is not weak. And I think Carol is going to cause some major destruction within that place. And also I think their mistake is going to be their own downfall, because them picking up Carol thinking she weak is going to be their downfall. It's going to be their mistake. They're pretty much going to destroy their own selves by the mistake that they made by picking up Carol and not killing her and thinking she weak, because I think Carol is going to cause some destruction in that hospital along with Rick and the rest of that group. That's what I think is going to happen. And also, I think that it's possible that Rick will end up traveling to Atlanta in episode 7. I think that's when the group get ready to go to Atlanta in episode 7. And I think, like I said, he's going to bring a couple of people with him, because a lot of people can't get on the fire truck. It's very limited. So he's going to leave some people at the church to protect it or stay there. He's not going to put everybody's life at risk. So he's going to go. He's definitely going to use Sasha to be looking out the area, scoping out the area, scoping out the perimeter, trying to make sure that, you know, everything is safe. And like I say, Rick is not dumb, so I know he's going to think in his head, well, she probably got some snipers on the roof. So Sasha, look, you get on the roof just like he did, or you get on the roof, on the parking lot roof, that the very higher layer or the very top layer of the parking lot roof, and you get him before he get us, because he don't see us coming, they don't see us coming, they don't know we have a sniper with us. So that's how it's going to play out, and I think that we'll get Beth and Carol, but I think that's possible somebody might die out of the two, or somebody might die out of Rick group that comes with Rick to rescue them. This is my prediction, speculation. Leave your thoughts in the comment section down below and tell me what you guys think. And as always, give me a thumbs up on the video and share the video, because it helps the video get around to other people and they check it out too. Have a blessed day and peace. And oh yeah, of course, Rick is going to question Dunn about the justice, or about the justice that they have, because you claim you're police, but yet you commit police brutality, and what police stand for is not what you standing for. Because like I say, it's justice. Rick is going to question that. She's doing police brutality by beating up the people that's staying there at the hospital with nightsticks. And also, it's not morality, it's not moral for her to do something like that when you claim you stand for something different. You claim you stand for justice, but you doing all this dirty stuff and forcing people to stay at a hospital against their own will. So Rick is going to question her about that, and she's not going to like it. That's going to be another reason, because Rick is a police officer. Rick used to stand for justice, so he know how that goes. So of course he's going to question her about the way they running things at the hospital. Of course he's going to try to reason with her, have a decent conversation with her. But it's not going to work, because Rick's going to realize me and this woman is not on the same level. This woman is delusional. This woman has not come to terms of what world that she's living in now.